always does, I think. There's the preview. Is it working? Oh shit, I think it's working! Okay, I just gotta make sure I don't clip. I need a compressor. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Let's see here. What is it that we want to accomplish? We want to just run around and get all the upgrades. Methinks. Okay. Let's see. We need the Grace. The Grace is not... I always go the wrong way. Shit. I always go the wrong way. It's over here, right? This is the perfect time to die. Alright, nailed it. I live! I do indeed. Hi, hater. How you doing? I am still alive. Basis the place. I like that. I like your name. Okay. The thing about the Altus Plateau is like you immediately show up and then it's like, hey, here's 17 things you got to pick up and they're not close. Oh, hi Pomalama, how you doing? Yeah, Michelle, I'm alive. I'm still alive. I've been streaming for 2 or 3 weeks now and people are still coming in. It's like, holy shit, you're alive. Yup. Still alive, still here. I'm actually working on a video, believe it or not. I know I've been telling everybody that for fucking months now, but still at it, unfortunately. Okay, let's get this, then let's get the map, and then backtrack, or... no, let's not. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I really appreciate that. Hi, Captain Idiot. Yup. Is Amelia Perez so bad? Like I was saying, Sarah and I made it through the first 10 minutes of Amelia Perez. We got to the end of the penis and vagina number. And then we were like, okay, we're good. You know, we watched it. We watched it specifically because of all the Oscar nominations. Yeah. Yeah, sorry if I'm a little low energy, guys. I am a touch under the weather. I'm fine, but I'm just a little sniffly. But yeah. Oh, hey, Hugo Bug. How you doing? That was just... I mean, I know movie musicals is... I know that movie musicals have really been suffering lately, but... Fuck, dude. That was such a bad movie. You know, it's like, what's worse, the movie or the Academy nominating it for 1,500 Oscars? Because it put it on like the Two Towers level, right? It was like the Two Towers had 14 nominations, and then Amelia Perez had like 13 or something like that. That's insane. Yeah, no, I've been streaming. I've only been streaming like maybe 2-3 times, if y'all are lucky, a week for the last like 2 or 3 weeks. So you haven't been missing a lot. Is Amelia Perez worse than Cats? I mean, that's the thing, is like Cats was immediately terrible because of all the really bad CG, or the unfinished CG, I should say. I feel like Amelia Perez is almost deceptively terrible because you look at it and you're like, oh, it looks like it should just be a musical. And then obviously you go through it and you're like, oh my god, this is a crime against humanity or something. It's like, yeah. It's weird like that. Did I get the grace? Yes, okay. Let's go up here, get the stuff. The nominations seem very... I know a guy who made a film. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I mean, like, the Oscars have always been just funky, right? That's just kind of how the Oscars are. But when it comes to, like, live-action movie musicals in particular, they're just so strange. Yeah, I heard some people say that they really enjoyed it, and I'm like, fuck, I mean, I need you to hold my hand through that. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm gonna need y'all to explain that one to me. Yeah, Flo did win. I remember. I remember. I still haven't seen it. I have a list of movies I gotta see, and everybody was talking about how great it was. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I really appreciate that. Yeah, 30 years since it came out. I feel fucking ancient. Which sucks. Oh, yeah. Okay, we have to go up, and I think we have to dodge a gargoyle on the way up the steps. I can't remember. Okay, so Flow was really good. Good. I gotta check that out. I gotta check out Flow, and then there was another movie that was nominated that I wanted to see. Fucking Wicked. Wicked got snuffed, dude. Like, Wicked just got completely ignored, which I found particularly interesting. I wonder if this upcoming Oscars, the next Oscars, they're gonna really go for it, because at that point Part 2 will have come out, and it'll be the complete, I don't know, not trilogy, but duology. Is that the right? I don't know. The one thing I will say, though, is that, like, for most franchise films, which it looks like Wicked is, right, it's like, first one has to do good in order for the second one to be well received. So all the big numbers, all the big show-stopping stuff is in the first movie, except for my favorite number, which will be in the second one. But, like, I mean, I'm nervous. There's a lot less sort of like salient, recognizable material in the second movie, or at least in the second half of the show. I always miss the Grace here. Aha! I found you. Yeah, I hate everything. So, fun fact about me, there's a whole chapter of my master's thesis dedicated to, like, reviewing and exploring the neuroscience behind that kind of reaction to a piece of music. It is very much your exposure. It's the kind of stuff that you're raised with. It's just the way we humans are wired. You know, it's just a human thing. So yeah, I mean, a lot, and that's something that frustrates a lot of people. A lot of people want, like, what's the music theory reason for it? Is it some magic chord? And I'm like, it's not. If it was, everybody would be using it, you know. Yeah, bassist. Yeah, exactly. There's so much there that's just like, do you guys know what you're getting into? You know. The Grammys basically did everything right this year. Yeah. Grammys are good. Tonys are always just fucking perfect. I love watching the Tonys, even though I've never been to Broadway, you know, like I've never been to like New York, or I mean I've been to JFK Airport, but I've never like been to New York, you know. Are we on the right path? Let's go up, just to be safe. But yeah, like I don't miss the Tonys because they just, I mean, it's you're watching people who do 8 shows a week. You know, they're getting up on stage. It's second nature to them. But like with the Emmys and then with the Oscars, there's something about just like being on stage and being live that I feel like really kind of screws a lot of people up. Like you see exactly what the differences are between like stage acting and film acting. But no, I agree. Like the Grammys are always a great show because they're also used to being on stage a lot. It's literally just a question of experience. And I don't know that that's something that translates to fucking video or to film. You know? I'm working on it, Michelle. I really am. I've been like for the longest time I've been thinking about like getting like an editor or a producer or something like that to like help me make the videos. And obviously it's been a pretty long hiatus with grad school and everything. Even Sarah is now being like, dude, you should like seriously consider it. Yeah, exactly. The no safety net panic kind of thing. Exactly. I mean, like there are countless, and I mean countless, horror stories of some diva on camera, diva being a gender neutral term in this context, right? who is just like, oh no, you know, I'll do it in one take, and then that's it. It'll be perfect. And then there's the other side of the diva where it's like, no, it has to be perfect. Let's do 50 takes because I need to make sure that the lighting's just right. You know, and they're both like equally as bad. Yeah, I've been really out of the loop when it comes to like all the drama, especially around like the Grammys and in particular Wicked. I just know that like some shit was going down. Like I know the vague elements. Like literally I know whatever makes it to my For You page on TikTok about Drake and Kendrick. But I don't know like the details there. Same thing with like P. Diddy. And then like with Wicked. I know that Ariana Grande is getting a lot of shit for some reason. I'm not sure why or where or how or what. And then I know that like Cynthia Erivo has just been under just metric tons of pressure, you know, to like do a good job, and she's got so much resting on her shoulders and all that. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. It totally makes sense. Oh, and then fucking Pink Pony Club, Chappell Roan, am I right? I just saw a video like on Reddit where everyone was just like, fuck her, and I'm like, what the fuck did she do? Like, guys, that's friendly fire. Yeah, bassist. I mean, absolutely. You like having a microscope on you is like a perfect way to put it. Like a lot of people make fun of celebrities being like, "Oh my god, these 3 pores are oblong," you know. But when your face is 10 feet tall on a TV in Costco in 16K or whatever the fuck, and people just they can see into every single one of your pores and know exactly what you're thinking. It like, yeah. It's cool to hate nowadays. It's always cool to hate because it's so much easier to hate than it is to like something. Right? Like I could sit here and just be cynical and be like, "Oh, this is trash. That's trash. You're trash. Oh, what a peasant take for liking that. Oh, look at how much better than you I am." But to like actually stick your like flag in the ground and be like, okay, I don't care how stupid you think this hill is, I'm gonna die on it. Like that takes nads. And so like, and like it happens in academia too, where it's just like, here's all this stuff that's garbage. Okay, well, what do you like? And it always turns into like, well, I mean, so, right. Yeah. Like hating is so easy. It's so easy, right? Like, if I sit here and I talk about how much I hate something, right? Like I hate some movie, I can make that video and I'm making fun of that movie, and some people might be like, but I really like that movie. Oh, it's like you're making fun of me. I don't like that. I really identify with this film. It meant a lot to me. But everybody else will just be like, yeah, no, those are some pretty good jokes, right? But if you come out and you're like, hey, this is why I think this thing is good, it puts a target on your back, right? Because that's like, you don't really risk being cringe on hating something unless you're a nostalgia critic. But you're at much greater risk of cringe if you go out and be like, hey, here's this thing I really like and here's why I like it. It's like, it's something I've dealt with time and time and again, and like I hate bringing it, just being one of those guys be like, I talked about this in my thesis. Oh, but I did. Where it was like, yeah, I'm talking about fucking Disney movies. They're like, really? It's like, you have over 100 in your post-tonal analytics class. I'm like, yep. I'm gonna talk about Ariel. And they're like, everyone's just like, fucking, okay, alright. And then you defend it, and they're like, oh, okay, we see what you're saying. Dude, I'm so conflicted about Spider-Verse, because I really, really love Spider-Verse, then hearing about, like, abuses just really sucks. Okay, so all in good faith. I don't want this to be targeted at you. I don't want you to think that I'm targeting you. Okay, I want to make that very, very clear. Like, I hear you. I hear exactly what you're saying. I've heard the term home wrecker used for Ariana Grande. I also know that she had some. There's some sort of thing that happened with her and a donut. Like, she licked a donut or something at a start. I don't know, but like. The principal example I always come back to for this, sort of the example, if you want to get super technical, is Emma Watson in Beauty and the Beast. Fucking obsessed with that movie. Obsessed with that movie and every fucking inch of it. Where it's just like, okay, you know, say that fucking Ariana Grande is just like an absolute nightmare. Okay, just say it, right? Like, does that, like, how bad is that gonna affect the performance? Like, okay, she's done some homeworky stuff. Well, Glinda's kind of a shallow character. Doesn't that mean that she would be perfect for it? Like, I don't quite piece together the like, oh, Ariana Grande is evil, now we can't like anything. Oh, hey, RK. Okay, RK, how you doing? Donut Wrecker, I like that. No. Absolutely. I mean, it's so hard with like relationships. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand the whole like, hey, you gotta listen to all women. Fucking, if you've ever heard me and Sarah talking, trust me, I know. But like, every time that like relationship stuff gets brought up around celebrities, I just like, my brain just completely tunes out because I'm like, it's so easy to fake. It's so easy to manipulate. It's so easy to just like, he said, she said, you know? Unless there are like assault allegations. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Like, there I'm just like, oh, okay, unequivocally yes. But it's like, yeah, like Sarah and I read the statement that Ethan Slater, is that SpongeBob? The statement that his, I guess now ex-wife, wrote up about basically her experience with the whole thing, and it was really, really bizarre. Well, so Sarah's like a licensed social worker, so you have to get a master's degree, get it several thousand hours of experience, and then pass like a test that has like a 50% dropout or a 50% fail rate. And so Sarah did all that. So she's a licensed clinical social worker. She's like capable of diagnosing people off the DSM. She could put people on mental health M1 hold for 72 hours. You know, like she's not just like hey champ, let's have a talk. She's like, I can diagnose you, bill insurance, and you know, like real life honest to God therapist. And apparently Ethan Slater's ex-wife is also a therapist, but like I think she has like a doctorate in psychology. But she had a practice or worked at a practice. She was counseling people. And this whole fiasco basically made it so that none of her clients, none of her patients that come to see her, like, know her as a doctor. They'll Google her or look her up. And then they'll find this whole shit show before, like, you know, her practice contact information. And so like when she's gotten new clients and new patients, it's like, I don't know if bias is the right word, but it's like influenced their perspective of her, and it's like literally affected her ability to work, you know. I should maybe not cough directly into the mic since I don't have a condenser, and I can only imagine how terrible that sounded. So like, yeah, so fucking Ethan Slater's wife like really suffer. I don't know if they're getting divorced. I just assume they're getting divorced because I thought that Ethan Slater and Ariana Grande were still together. Being a marriage counselor, yeah, exactly. But also like and this, like, for anybody in Europe, actually this is a perfect time to get a drink of water. Give me a minute. I mean, people in Europe might not know this, because a lot of people who aren't in the States don't realize how state governments work. But Sarah's licensed in Colorado. If we move to another state, we have to go through like a whole process, or Sarah has to like telehealth, like do video conferences with people in Colorado. It's like this is the only place where she's licensed to practice. And so Ethan Slater's ex uprooted her whole life and moved to England for several years. You know, like shut down her practice, stopped taking clients, like put her entire career like quite literally on pause, and then had a baby, right? So that he could be in Wicked, because they were filming Wicked in England. And so it's like super shitty. And so the thing is like, I know that everybody like points fingers at Ariana Grande, like, ah, she's a homewrecker. But like, I'm looking at Ethan Slater being like, dude, that is such an incredibly fucking shitty thing to do. You know, and this is like where I have like a trouble, good job. This is where I have just trouble in general, right? Because I could be like I didn't know all this about Ethan Slater. You know, had none of this come out, and I had just bumped into this dude at the bar, right? And I was of such a persuasion as to find him attractive, right? Which I'm not, but yeah. Right, I wouldn't know all this stuff, and if he was like flirting or like, oh yeah, let's get coffee together sometime, right? Like, how much of that is my fault? And that's my oh fuck, I've lost souls. And that's my problem, is like, it's completely feasible to give Ariana Grande the benefit of the doubt and say that she didn't know everything that was going on. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, but now, to be fair, yeah, I know, F's in chat. To be fair, you know, Ariana Grande might have known, and she might have been like, yeah, I want to break him up, ha ha ha. Maybe. That's a maybe. But the one thing that we can be 1000% sure of is that Ethan Slater's kind of a piece of shit for doing that to his ex. Right? And so that's the thing, and this is where I'm like, hold on, like, where's our focus and why? Right? Like, Ariana Grande might be a bitch, might be a homewrecker. Maybe. Okay, we can argue how strong that maybe is, but it's a maybe. Ethan Slater definitely cheated on a pregnant woman who uprooted her entire life for him. And then divorced her and stayed with Ariana Grande. That's you know, that's a F. You know, you get a 0 on the test. I'm sorry, I can't pass you. You know what I mean? And so that's the thing, is it's like, you know, it's not Ethan Slater's face everywhere. It's Ariana Grande, it's Cynthia Erivo. It's like, look at these, they're homewreckers, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck kind of 1950s standard are we holding these people to? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And that's not me trying to be like, up my own ass, smelling my own farts kind of thing. I'm just like, damn, like, you want to talk about like a double standard? Like, fuck, man. Let's see. Let's get the Volcano Manor Grace, and then we'll figure out what we're doing from there. So yeah, so those kinds of things like really fascinate me, because and I know this is the internet, and I know you guys are cool, but you know, you always have the chance of being like clipped out of context. And so a lot of these like, fuck, I don't have a better way to put this. A lot of these like Asmongold types who are like, you know, the law says that men and women are equal. There are women on the Supreme Court. Like, what do you mean there's still sexism? Right, and then like I look explicitly in my field of studies, where I am now officially a degreed expert in a very small environment, right? Like, I've planted my flag on an ant farm and been like, this is the hill I've chosen to die on and commit my life to, right? Oh no, I'm fat rolling. Shit. Yeah, that works. You know, so I look at the Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, and Wicked. I look at Emma Watson in Beauty and the Beast, and how she just got fucking eviscerated for the dress. Like, it was her responsibility to make sure that the dress was the way that it was, and feminism ruined it or whatever. And now there's, I can never get her name right, Rachel Zegler with Snow White. Like, everybody's talking about how Gal Gadot can't move her face. That's not a fucking Botox joke. She's literally just a dog shit actress, right? And it's like, it's not Rachel Zegler's fault that she's in the movie. Like, there's a casting director. If you're upset with how she was cast, take it up with that asshat. You know what I mean? No. I know there's a better weapon than the halberd, but I just like it. This is explicitly personal preference. Let's see. We could go underground. We could go over here. Nah. Oh, I gotta do this nonsense over here. Actually, how many runes do I have? Yeah, Raphael. Like obviously there's the whole genocide everything, but there's, it's right here. There's a lot to it. There's a lot to all of it. And so it's like, why is it that those people are getting shit on? Like, why? Like, it just really doesn't seem fair. And this is supposed to be my Dex build, but really what's going on is I'm waiting until I get to the DLC, and then I'm just gonna use the backhand blades. I fucking love those weapons. I'm debating taking the shortcut. Whenever I take the shortcut with the bloody finger guy, I always end up like painfully underleveled and can't really do anything in the DLC anyway. And then, like, by the time I ever get around to actually accomplishing anything in the DLC, I've already done enough stuff to have made it to the DLC conventionally. You know what I mean? Yeah, Guardian, I hear what you're saying. Like absolutely. And, it's like, oh, she tweeted divisive stuff. I'm like, I don't know if what she tweeted was really that divisive. Like Disney's had people in their movies who have tweeted much worse. Like, Amelia Perez has people in it that have tweeted much worse. And nobody's really batted an eye there. I mean, obviously people batted an eye, but they didn't get like a dedicated social media person attached to that star at the hip, supervising all their tweets. I mean, like, double standard, triple standard, like the list goes on and on, right? And yeah, like I still haven't seen Snow White. Sorry, I'm hitting puberty while I stream. I still haven't seen Snow White. I'm probably not gonna see it in theaters. I just don't want to. I just don't want to. Let me through. But like, the fucking at a second, it's on Disney Plus. I will watch it. Like, I'm 1000% interested in seeing the film. It's just a matter of being able to see it conveniently. Oh, well, Zegler has an Oscar from West Side Story, the Spielberg West Side Story. Like, she's got pipes. She's done the work. She's got whatever it is that you need to be able to play that kind of role. She's not the problem, right? Like, I don't even have to see the film. I don't have to see any of the reviews to be like, yeah, she's not the problem. An Oscar-winning actress who specifically won her Oscar for a musical movie is not going to be the weak part of your film. She was in the Hunger Games prequel. I think I've seen all the, I feel like I say this a lot. I feel like I've seen all the Hunger Games, but I couldn't tell you really what happens. Yeah, absolutely. Like there are all kind of script choices and like, well, like, see, this is where like I have the problem. This is where people are like, dude, you're being cringy and you're just trying to like White Knight Hermione, right? I don't deal any damage. Fuck me. Yeah, this is where people are just like, dude, you're like trying to White Knight Hermione, and I'm like, okay, listen. Let's assume. Let's play this game. Let's assume that Emma Watson, given that she was a child star and probably spent a lot of time in private tutoring at a studio set, did not have a lot of music classes growing up. Okay? And if she did, maybe she didn't give a shit. That's okay. When you're a child, you're allowed to just not give a shit, right? So this is just not somebody who's ever flexed that muscle. There is nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you an incomplete person. It's just, you know, it would be like watching me try to play cricket. I'd be like, hey, what the fuck are we doing? Right? And that's fair. That's valid. Okay. So, number one, why is it that the team of people who are reporting to an even larger team of producers going over every single casting direction and casting choice with multiple headshots with just a bunch of people decided to settle on her? Maybe they were like, okay, we can settle on her and then we'll just like, okay, cool. Everything froze. Yeah, so it's like, okay, maybe we'll settle on her, and then we can just give her voice let. Why is my computer freezing? I'm gonna die. Hold on. Dude, YouTube video on music? Yeah, I'll give it. I'll think about it. No, so okay, so it's like, okay, we'll give her vocal training. Okay. Spoilers, they didn't get her vocal training. So, okay, you now have all these producers, casting directors, film experts being like, hey, we're gonna get this person, and we're like, they can't sing, they're the starring role in a remake of a legendary animated movie musical, and we're not gonna really do anything to support them. 1,500 questions, right? These are the kinds of people that will spend 3 weeks going over the design of one of the plushie dolls that will show up on the shelves of Disneyland, and they're like, whatever happens, we'll be fine. No, you can't fucking tell me that, okay? So then, beyond that, you have a period of time where it's like, oh, okay, well, we'll get her voice lessons. Okay, just sit with me here. Okay, let's say that you got like Ron Weasley or Draco Malfoy. I don't know the actors' names. And you said, hey, you're going to be in a Marvel movie next to John Cena and The Rock, right? You wouldn't be like, yeah, so, you know, do some squats every now and again because your shirt's going to be off in the movie, right? Like, how often do we hear about like Hugh Jackman being like, yeah, so I had to eat 60,000 calories of tilapia in an hour before my 20-mile run, and then the workout started, right? Like you hear all kinds of crazy stuff about the workout. They would never in a billion years just be like, okay, Hugh, just do whatever, right? They would send people to his house. He would have a private chef. Like, they would be holding his hand every step of the way. And they didn't even sign Emma Watson up for lessons. Now, I know that because Paige O'Hara, who is the original voice of Belle, like, went on Instagram and offered to give Emma Watson lessons. But, like, could you imagine if, like, I'm not in shape. Oh, fucking, I died. Like, I'm not in shape, right? Could you imagine if I'm like, oh, hey, guys, I'm going to be the next Batman. And John Cena was like, dude, I can give you some pointers. Like, that's not what they do for these movies. Right? It is incredibly incredible. So now we're looking at a situation that's just like, hang on, there's like 7 things wrong, and like we haven't even finished storyboarding. Okay? All right. So typically in movie musicals, right? You record ahead of time, and then when you're shooting the scene, you have the audio blasting and everybody is lip syncing. As I talked about in my Les Mis and my Cats videos, there's 1,500 reasons for that, and Hollywood's been doing it for over 100 years, and that's how we got Mary Poppins, Singing in the Rain, how we got Sound of Music, how we got The Wizard of Oz, right? Like, it's a system that ain't broke, and you don't have to fix it, right? So, they get everybody in the studio. They're 3 months before they have to shoot, right? You might be getting some principal photography done. You might be, let's see, like doing all kinds of other fucking warm-ups. I don't even know like what you would call it. But do a bunch of other stuff to just warm up before getting ready for the set. You hear everybody in the studio and oh shit, our leading lady can't cut it. What are we going to do? Right? Understand the entire film is resting on her voice and only her voice. Okay? So you now have an absolute crisis on your hands. So to try and fix this, they say, okay, we're going to record live on set. Why would they say that? We're going to record live on set because you have 3 months to get in performance shape. We're basically taking somebody off the street who's completely untrained and put them in the Olympics or an Olympic level environment, right? Hugh Jackman could do a lot in 3 weeks when it comes to his body because he's a trained professional and surrounded by experts. You would need to have fucking 3 trips a week to a laryngologist, however you want to pronounce it, a throat specialist, right? You would need to have daily lessons with 2 or 3 vocal coaches. She would need to be warmed up all the time. And this is just me, I could be very wrong. If I was in that situation, I would be putting her on a special diet. I would say no sugar, no any kind of dairy, no cheese, no milk, nothing like that, nothing syrupy. We're going to have your voice warmed up the entire time, and you're basically on perpetual vocal rest. I want you talking as little as possible, right? It would be an all hands on deck, full fucking emergency. It would be every night I'm on the phone with all the producers sitting around a table, shaking their legs, chain smoking, whatever they can to try and calm down, because we're in a full-fledged fucking panic, right? I would then want to try and get her back in to get another studio session, and then have an all-nighter for a solid week with all of my engineers to see if we can get the pre-recorded audio working before we took another step. Then, and only then, if it was like, yeah, she's really come a long way, she's doing great, I'm super proud of her, but just because we can use another take, why don't we... Actually, I'm going to use the flail, because this is one of those crystal fucks. Why don't we just record live for the shits and giggles of it, okay? Just to get more material that we could then work with. They didn't do that either, okay? Then, hundreds, and I'm not over-exaggerating here, hundreds of professionals in photography, sound recording, costuming, editing, directing, cinematography, lighting, the extras, the fucking craft services cooking everybody's breakfast, right? Then sat around and listened to her sing live in front of everyone in those huge dance scenes. And at no point was anyone like, hey, this is really fucked up. Then you have the test screenings. Then you have all the business people and the producers and the higher ups. Then you have fucking everyone else coming in and looking at this. So I'm not kidding you when I say for something like what happened to Emma Watson to happen in a movie, hundreds, and not an exaggeration in the slightest, hundreds of people have to fail, right? Hi, Ellie Rubric, how you doing? So the thing is it's like I really just don't think that people appreciate, one, how bad it actually was, two, how much everyone around her failed her, right? And so whenever somebody's just like, oh yeah, Emma Watson in Beauty and the Beast, she can't sing, I'm like, okay, you pick a parking lot, a date and a time, and I'll see you there. Like, you can't be serious. You know what I mean?
Well, utter youth, no matter, it's all out your own.
It's so impossibly frustrating where it's like, we can just unload all the fault on her, even though none of us did our jobs.
That no matter.
Well, I mean, that's the way it is in Hollywood. It's like, if anybody was, like, ringing the alarm, right, so to speak, yeah, they wouldn't have listened to them, because it's like, oh, you're just a grip, you're just an assistant, you're just a this, you're just a that. You know, and then, oh, hey, Tolgos, how's it going? And yeah, so Rachel Zegler is also getting thrown under the bus. Exactly. And again, it's the same thing with like Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, where it's just like, it's just dumb, like, it's just insane. Like, I think in one of my videos I said it's like trying to blame Henry Cavill for the whole mustache fiasco. Like, everybody looked at that and they were like, oh, well, clearly it's not Henry Cavill's fault, right? And it makes sense to them that it's not Henry Cavill's fault. But when it comes to, like, Beauty and the Beast or Snow White or fucking Emilia Perez, all of a sudden, you know, if there's a woman involved, fucking burn the witch. I'm getting creamed. Well, so that's the thing, and that's like where I get frustrated, is that by the time it made it to ADR, which is additional dialogue recording, or post, however you want to word it, right? The whole project was shafted. It was completely fucked. I can't remember the guy's name, but I did include it in my auto-tune video. The guy was like, yeah, like by the time it came to my desk, he was working with like 3 or 4 different recordings of all varying, one, recording quality, but then performance quality. And so like, and then like I tried to put that in the video, but I didn't want it to just be like a Beauty and the Beast video part 2. Because the thing is like every time Hermione turns her head to the, like you see the back of her head on the camera, you can hear it transition to a different cut. I tried to use only the most like obvious examples in that video. I specifically remember. Well, and so that's the thing, is it's like I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but Emma Watson's kind of just like fallen off the face of the earth, right? Like she did Beauty and the Beast, and then like I remember reading that she did like Little Women as like a favor to somebody. Something like that. Like it was like somebody had dropped out, and somebody that like she knew and had worked with, been like, please, I just need somebody to fill the role. And then like she had like one unflattering picture on a red carpet somewhere. I remember the quartering got really up in arms about it or something. And it's like, and there it is. Now she's just like, it's just like, what? It's just over. And it's like, she didn't like, the meme is like, oh, blankety blank didn't do anything wrong, but it's like she literally did not do anything wrong. Like, even if she did everything that everyone told her, it wasn't her failing. Oh no, I completely respect wanting peace and quiet. Like, fuck, man. Like, every time I see a child actor, and they're just like, yeah, now I just build dioramas of my favorite parking lots. I'm like, you know what? Good for you. Start an Etsy. Like, just do whatever the fuck you want, because God damn. She got thrown to the bus and told to check the oil. All in good faith, I am holding on to that for the rest of my fucking life. Oh my god, what a saying. I love that. I love going through the main gate. The Lindsay Lohan route. What did Lindsay Lohan do? God. See, that's the thing. So like the thing is, right? And like this is like this is like a perfect example. This is a perfect example. Is okay, Emma Watson, Beauty and the Beast, Rachel Zegler in Snow White, Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo in Wicked. All this drama, right, about their performance, the choices they made, their personal life, right? You know, nowadays it's just, oh my god, who's on Ozempic, right? It's like, could you just like fuck off for a second? You know what I mean? You remember when Russell Crowe did Les Mis and I was just like, ah, yeah, but whatever. Yeah, I heard that Amanda Bynes is a nail tech, and I also heard that she's developed some fairly serious mental health conditions as she's grown that need monitoring and medication and stuff. So her being a nail tech means that she's got a support system around her that helps take care of her, which I think is fantastic. Her having a job and being able to like go out and do things for herself, I think is absolutely just it's the bee's knees, man. It's the shit. You know, I think it's really great to see that she can do things for herself and has a job, because that means that somebody takes care of her and checks on her and makes sure she's taking all of her meds. You know, and so now she gets to like, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to follow Amanda Bynes on Instagram and see what kind of nail work she does. You know what I mean? Sarah Michelle Gellar after Scooby-Doo. Yeah. Well, like, how can you be normal? You know, like, fuck, man. If you're in Hunger Games, it's not like you can go down to your local card store and just be like, hey, anybody want to play around a commander? You know what I mean? Anyway, that's what I'm saying about Russell Crowe, right? Like, when Russell Crowe fucked up with Les Mis, nobody cared. It was just like, he's not good. Whatever. Right? Like, nobody, there's just no level of any kind of expectation for the men. And that's the thing. I wanted to get that item. Fuck. And that's the thing about like Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, and all those guys, because it's like they like specifically with Grande and Erivo in Wicked, right? I want to make this very clear. No matter what I say, those two are very accomplished vocalists. They are good singers. Nothing that I say will challenge that. Nothing that I say will change that. Right? They are good fucking singers. Okay. That said, the thing is that they're being expected to work on an adaptation. Unfortunately, it is an extremely famous adaptation. So the thing is that they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't, right? If they stick to Idina, like, I'm thinking about Cynthia Erivo in particular. If Cynthia Erivo sticks to what Idina Menzel did, everyone's going to be like, oh yeah, she was doing the Idina Menzel, but obviously she's not as good as the original. Then, if she decides to make her own choices and do her own thing with the performance, everyone's going to be like, oh, she changed it. I don't like the changes that she made. I prefer Menzel's performance. Right? So, like, it doesn't matter what she does, she's fucked. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter what she does, she's cooked. Right? And then you have to add on to the fact that it's like, oh, her makeup, she's a woman of color, right? Those are all like added stressors. And so, and then it comes out, it's like, oh yeah, like Ariana Grande got paid like $16 million, Cynthia Erivo got paid $1 million. Like, the pay differences were that egregious in this film, which I hate to say it, but it's like, yeah, that fucking Hollywood is dog shit when it comes to that kind of stuff. They'll talk a big game when it comes to the Oscars, but those guys are fucking monsters, right? And so it's like, if Cynthia Erivo has like a meltdown over somebody editing the promo poster or whatever, I'm like, if it was anybody else, I'd be mad, but if it's her, I'm like, shit, give her a pass, you know? Yeah, celebrity matters when it comes to promotion. Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, Cynthia Erivo's having a meltdown on Twitter? you know, give her the pass. Let her have one or two, right? Like we could only imagine what kind of pressure she's under on a daily fucking basis, right? I mean, and so that's the thing, right? Is like, and this is again where like I have a really hard time where it's like I could sit here and if I was in an academic environment, right? Like I was gonna like write this in an article or a paper or something like that. What I would say is I'd be like, well, based off of the expertise of these people and their research, blah blah blah, you know, women, trans people, LGBTQ, people of color, all disenfranchised, and then everybody would clap and everyone would love me, right? And then a bunch of people who don't like to read would come on Twitter and be like, dude, you can't just, it's so unfair, you can't just say that and then just move on. It's like, that's not fair. I'm not one of the bad ones. And it's like, it obviously gets more complicated. So that's where to me it really feels like I kind of got to stay in my own lane, right? Like my master's thesis, not my degree. My degree is in, I have a master's in music theory. My master's thesis in particular is in the underscoring to movie musicals, right? It's very, very niche, very, very specific. And so in order to stay in my lane, so to speak, I got to talk about like the context of movie musicals and the way that like movie musicals might be received by a wider audience, or why producers, directors, and the people in charge make the choices that they do. And so what I'm saying is it's like there are no discrepancies between these films. They're made by accomplished filmmakers. Why are people treating these situations so different? Oh, is Cynthia Erivo a fashionista? I had no idea. Is fashionista the right word? Fucking correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. It's just like bands doing a cover. You know, it's all about like interpretation and stuff. It's difficult. It's just difficult. Yeah, that book is on my Kindle. The I'm Glad My Mom Died. I heard the stories, but I wanted to actually sit down and go through the book.
Be proud.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tarnished, I am the felon. I'm here by how utterly this grafting is tainted them.
Oh, okay.
If
So
I ask you, the winds from certain. I pass fellow down whatever. I pass fellow down whatever.
okay, cool. All right, let's go. Hey, bad touch, sir. Please, thank you. Yeah. It's like if I watch a video and people just like shit on Hermione, or obviously just like all the shit that's getting thrown at Rachel Zegler, because there's just, it's like I've been in the middle of very, 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 very small, borderline insignificant Twitter scuffles, right? Basically nothing burgers. Yeah. I could not imagine what it would be like to try and check your email just to see if your mom or dad wanted to say hi, and seeing hundreds of emails from different people and journalists and reporters and your agent and like all that kind of stuff. Because like obviously don't go on Twitter, don't go on Blue Sky, don't go on Reddit. It's not fucking worth it. But like just trying to like, hey mom, you want to go to Red Robin? You're like, you couldn't do that. Shit sucks. Alright, let's see. We want to go up here. So yeah. So anyway, so that's why I'm just so obsessed with Beauty and the Beast in particular, but also these live action movie musicals that just seem to, I don't know that mistreat is the right word, but I will say neglect. They seem to neglect these women. For no reason. Just no reason whatsoever. You know, like there are so many actors out there getting special treatment, and it's just like, why would you suddenly stop here? Why is the line right here? Separate accounts for business and personal. Like, yeah, but that shit bleeds over, you know what I mean? Let's see. What's this channel? Modern Girls? I will watch it. Hold on. Whenever you guys send me a recommendation, I open it in a tab. Then I get to it after stream. Nikia? Yeah. I mean, that's the thing that like really frustrates me now is it's how do I want to word this? Like okay, if I were the God Emperor of Disney, if I was Mr. Mouse himself, okay, and I saw one of these movies happen, right, I would turn to the 20-something Elon Musk wannabes and be like, okay, Chuck, you like threw away a lot of my money. Why should I not skin you alive? You know, it would be very convenient for one of those country club types to just be like, oh, well, you know, the actress was a nightmare to work with, and that was the producer's call, and the producer's your buddy. You know, like, I'm not saying that they are specifically hiring people to be scapegoats, to be sacrificial lambs. I do have like 100 tabs open. I'm not like, I have all the tabs open on my laptop, and my laptop does not like opening new tabs now. But yeah, but no, it's like, I'm not going to say that they're like, it's that premeditated. I'm just saying that when shit hits the fan, it's convenient. You know what I mean? It's convenient is all I'll say. And, I personally find that really icky. It sucks. It sucks. It really sucks. I would fucking shit, man. I would write a book on this. Like, I would love to get an interview, professional interview filmed, not like, I want to go to the bar and get a beer with some of these actresses, but like, you know, no judgment, sit down, you know, suit and tie kind of situation, and you know, none of the gotcha politics, none of the trying to catch people out and get the juiciest story, but just like, hey, like, what happened from your end, and how do you feel about that? And just let these people have a fucking voice. Like, I would love to do that, because god damn if shit doesn't suck right now. Journalist era, yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, Brie Larson and Captain. See, Captain Marvel's not a movie musical, so it's just like it doesn't have my attention. But yeah, no, I remember the whole why isn't she smiling thing. That shit was fucking so stupid. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, no, exactly. No. Professor KC. No, I exactly. That's exactly why it's not happening. If they did sit down and did that interview, they'd never get another job again. You know, you'd have to be interviewing people from the 90s just to try and offset the NDAs, right? Like, you'd have to wait for the NDAs to expire if these NDAs expired. You know what I mean? Like, what's her name? Glad My Mom Died. Jenna McCurdy, is that right? Like, she's gonna struggle to get more work, right? But fucking more power to her. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's gonna be difficult for her to get work, but also, like, fuck yeah, man. Like, send it, fucking send it. You know, I know it's like a really bro-y thing to say, but just like, yeah, man, fucking go for it. You know, and so that's the thing, is like, Gal Gadot has some sort of fucking impervious shield, or just the greatest blackmail material, the likes of which our planet hasn't seen, right? Because she just keeps getting work. She keeps getting work, and nobody's flinching. And it's like, okay, okay, that's the way this is. That's the way this is. But I'd be interested to see what Rachel Zegler does after this. You know, same thing with Riva and Grande with Wicked after Wicked 2, because Beauty and the Beast functionally ended Watson's public-facing career. Wish her all the best in her personal life, obviously. You know, like, that's a tough life, and I really do wish her all the best. But like you couldn't blame Rachel Zegler or Cynthia Erivo or Ariana Grande for having to face all of this and just one day like wake up and go, you know what? Fuck it. Right? Like, no, I'm done. We're doing carbs now, you know? Like, I don't want another movie. I don't want to do the stage thing. I don't want to be in your fucking magazine. You know, let there be some picture of me 30 years from now when I'm fucking old and everybody points and laughs and just like, fuck all of you. Valid crash outs? Abso-fucking-lutely. But that's what I'm saying is it's like, I don't even know, like, okay, correct me if I'm wrong because I am not how you say cool. But like, to me, a crash out is a disproportionate overreaction, right? That's my understanding of what a crash out is. I don't feel like that's a crash out. I feel like that's fucking justice. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ariana Grande is like the size to where she could basically say whatever she wanted and get away with it. But that would, but that would still threaten her future, right? Yeah, go to a country with laws against paparazzi. That's a good point. It's the kind of shit I would do. I mean, this doesn't even begin to address like just the day-to-day of celebrity life, like having to deal with fucking stalkers or whatever. Like just shit, man. You know what I mean? Just shit. And so like that's the thing is it's like and like like it's funny. I don't want to peel the curtain back too far here. So understand I'm maintaining my boundaries, but like I'll even talk to my therapist about this. Just like, no, I'm fucking obsessed with this, and they're like, why? I'm like, you don't understand. You just don't fucking get it. Because it's like abuse doesn't begin to describe it. That's why Lohan went to Dubai. Is that so? I did not know that. Lindsay Lohan specifically went to Dubai because of their policies on like privacy and paparazzi. I didn't know that Dubai had those policies. Huh. I mean, good for her. I would hesitate about Dubai though for no reason other than I know that Dubai has like the highest concentration of like millionaires or billionaires, just those uber wealthy people. And so like I would be concerned about the cost of living, you know? I wouldn't want to like drain all my finances. But that would be my only concern with Dubai. But like shit, if you can afford it or if you can work out some sort of plan and it's like, yeah, I can go outside and I don't need to wear like sunglasses and a baseball cap. You know? Oh, like Sarah was just telling me who Espresso. Sabrina Carpenter? Right? Apparently like Sabrina Carpenter is like 4'10". Like she's got a small stature, and so like something that she was doing was she would put on like a Minecraft hoodie or something, and people would think that she was like a prepubescent boy. I remember Sarah telling me about this, but apparently that was her strategy for beating the paparazzi, and like people just never looked at her. This is just my Dex build. I want to get to the DLC as fast as I can, but I'm not going to take the shortcut, and I want to use the backhand blades. I'm gonna level up my shit. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, her album is literally short and sweet. Oh, that's great. I love that. Two genders, Minecraft and Sephora. Does that mean that like Ulta is non-binary? is that if it works? No, absolutely, right? Like, I'm not judging for a split second. God, the fucking hell that you have to go through. Fuck off, you know what I mean? Just like, oh my god, I can't believe she. Hey, listen, your opinion is not needed here. So that's the thing is, it's like people hold these celebrities like such a high standard on top of them dealing with more pressure. It's like, no, like let them, like, give them a pass. Like, why don't they get a fucking pass? Yeah, Raphael, I've seen a lot of that. I'm just like, huh, I am definitely not like I don't know. I am not sophisticated enough, charismatically speaking, to be able to navigate those environments. Windmill? Neil. Yeah. I like the windmill. I like the area in front of the Beast Sanctum. I think that's my favorite. Oh. I also need to get the goober. Let's see here. Let's level up our weapon some. Is it possible for a minor melody to play over a chord progression in its relative major key? Absolutely. Like, there's all kinds of like bimodality stuff. I know that bimodality typically means, what is it? Aeolian and Mixolydian, I think technically, but dude, you can do all kinds of modal mixture stuff there. Like, especially if you're gonna do the like the parallels, right? Being like C major and C minor at the same time. That shit happens all the time. But if you're gonna do something, and I'm just gonna pick easy key signatures here, right? If you're gonna do like a melody in A minor over C major, you're just doing something modal, right? Like, you won't have a strong tonal center, and then a bunch of people can debate as to like what you had originally intended, you know? So it's like if you establish one passage where you have a bunch of C's and G's, right? Specifically that so-do motion from G to C. And then when you want to switch to Aeolian, you're like cadencing on A, and you have a lot of A's and E's in the bass. You know, then it'll be like, hang on, you know, where are we modulating? Where are we not modulating? And so if you start dicking with that, it just turns into like that, that's sort of like the pan-diatonic space. There's some really cool work out there that's pan-diatonic. But yeah, that is absolutely a thing. Not Micah. And fucking go for it. Okay? If music theory doesn't have an answer for something that you're doing, right? That just means that music theory needs to step the fuck up. And that's something that a lot of people forget. Oops. Oh, I need to kill the big dragon. I forgot. I like the reach. What about pan modality? I mean, everything I've always heard is as pan-diatonicism, because if you're doing relative major and minor, then I think pan modality would be if you were staying in parallel major and minor. So you're really omitting the flat 2. Yeah, just the flat 2. I mean, at that point, you're fucking doing jazz. You know what I mean? Oh, Grey Roll does respond? I had no idea. I would kill it once and then that'd be it. Yeah, I'm not trying to level. I'm just trying to upgrade my weapon. I have all the bell bearings that I can so far. Hey. 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 It's about speed. Well, I am not speedy. Have to get the grace before full despawn. Yeah, there's no way I can pull that off. Especially not on stream. I get performance anxiety. You guys will make me nervous. By modality, it goes both ways. Yeah. This way. Like, we're upgrading first. Yeah, I don't even try Grey Roll unless I have like a bleed weapon, because it just takes too long. Do I have a favorite movie musical? No, I love so many of them. That's honestly my answer. Is it's like, do you have a favorite movie musical? What's your favorite movie musical? And it's like, it's sort of like, what's your favorite weapon in Elden Ring, right? Like, it depends on my build, right? If I'm going a strength build, you know, it's the Unga Bunga Giant Crusher. If I'm going Dex, it's the Backhand Blades, Int, the Death's Poker, you know. And so like, when it comes to movie musicals, it's like, oh, I really like this one because it does XYZ really good, you know. So it's like, oh, what do you think has the best underscore? What do you think has the best performances? What do you think has the best like setting? What do you think does like I don't necessarily think that Chicago has the best performances by the actors, vocal performances, or like thespian performances, acting performances. I don't necessarily think that it has the best sets, but Chicago, right, from 2001, 2000, it might be 2000. I also really don't like the underscore to that Chicago film, but I absolutely adore the way that it transitions to the musical numbers. I think it's fucking-nificent. So if you're gonna ask me like what movie musical, like I don't know, challenges the diegesis of a musical number, like I'd say that, you know. So I'm sorry, 2002. Okay, best costumes for a movie musical, probably. And here's the thing. I'm gonna say it, and then you guys are gonna be like, "Oh fuck yeah, you're right." No, you're definitely right. The best costumes for a movie musical are actually. I want to see you guys guess. And then I'm gonna give you the right answer, the objectively correct answer. Movie musicals I've watched the most: Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast, the animated ones. Not Fiddler on the Roof, not Into the Woods. Nope. Nope, not The Sound of Music. It's not Wizard of Oz either. Fucking Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella with Brandy. Those costumes, that dress, like, that's where they fucking sent it, dude. That is some sick costuming. Like, I've been waiting for a Disney princess dress that looks like their stuff, right? If you haven't seen it, it was like a TV sort of thing. Go to YouTube, look it up. That is like, you want to talk about like a Disney princess dress, right? None of the live action movies have even come close to their costuming. Fucking, the Fairy Godmother, Whitney Houston? Like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, I thought Cynthia Erivo was gonna look like do a blue fairy that looked like that. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is good, man. It works with the sets. When they have the dancing scene between her and the prince, it looks like she's just floating. Like, fuck, man. If you're gonna do a movie musical, like, that's like, you want to talk about the costuming? Ugh. Hell yeah, dude. Hamilton and Wicked? Oh, I'm specifically talking about movie musicals. I'm not talking about like pro shoots, what's on stage, right? I'm not even talking about the Disney Plus Hamilton, right? Because that's just it's just on stage. That's not my vibe. It's specifically movies like that. Like, that's that. Best rhythmic or thematic leitmotifs. So when you say leitmotifs, you mean specifically like motivic development, or do you mean more like associative techniques? Because it's probably going to be Sondheim, so I'd say something like West Side Story or Sweeney Todd. You know, I saw that. I trust me. When they did the dance on The Descendants, I've never seen The Descendants. I barely even know what it is. But when they showed up on The Descendants, it was everywhere on my For You pages, on my home screens, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I saw it and I was like, oh, look at that. It's the thing. Yeah. Because that's the kind of guy I am. It was very cute. I loved it.
Well, I took you no matter how you're on.
Ooh. Okay, I need 6 4s. Yeah, so I saw that. That was great. Hold on. Let's see, purchase. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track of everything I'm doing. Okay, so now we can get the goggies. How much mana do we have? Oh, I could summon that. Why not? 6/4 best time signature. Why? Favorite summon non-player in Elden Ring. the little fuckers with great shields. They're just such a great distraction. Best setting or set design for a movie musical. So you know how people like adjust for inflation? Right? You know, if you take into account how much do I have? I need 700. Okay. If you take into account the technical limitations that they were working with, it's tough to say that Beauty and the Beast did not have some pretty outstanding sets. No, I sold everything and I still don't have enough. Oh, I do. I can't math. Wizard of Oz has some pretty outstanding stuff. Oh, if you want to talk about like lighting and cinematography, there are some pretty breathtaking shots in Singing in the Rain. Singing in the Rain has some like some pretty amazing stuff in it if you've ever seen it. Yeah, it's you get them in I almost said the basement. You get them underground after you beat Radon. They have helmets that are like not skeletons, but they're like little ghouls, and they have great shields. And like when you summon them, there's six of them. And it makes it way easier. Okay. I've never seen these guys before. Do you have bows? Because if you don't have bows, you're about to get raffle stomped by this dude. Ow! Well, this isn't good. This is very not good. Am I dead? Nope. Well, didn't need to double heal that. This is going great, guys. Hey. Fucking... Alright, man. Well, upside. One flask tops me off. Jump, slam, and poke. And then roll, jump, slam, poke. Swing. Nope. Roll, jump. Oh, hey! Boop. Yeah, eat dab on him. Absolutely. Abso-fruitly. I throw at you. Achoo! Nope, that doesn't work. Oh my god, bro. It's just a traumatic amputation. How painful could it be? I don't have the moveset of this weapon down yet. Hey. Play nice. Gentle hands. Remember, gentle hands. That's what Miss Rachel said. Okay? I don't know if any of what I just said is fucking words. Ow. Okay. Heal up. I hate these grafted guys because they're so hard to tell, like, when they're moving and what's moving to hit you. It's kind of like the ulcerated tree spirits. I have not seen the Stage Wiz. I saw... The first time I saw the Wiz, like, all the way through, if I just don't die... Are you fucking kidding me? That's not fair. He died. Ow, 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 ow. Sorry, I have a thing on my lip. Yeah, that was close. First time I saw the Wiz, it was like it was one of the NBC? Is that right? It was one of like the NBC Christmas Time Live performance things. And I was like, yeah, I've never seen it all the way through. So that was the first time I've seen it all the way through. I have not seen the 1979 version, though. That does not mean I don't want to. Roll, jump, slam. It's like a rhythm game. So, you know, there's a fucking group of people I could not get into. I see them all the time on Twitch, people playing rhythm games, and I'm like, I can't, it's just not for me. Oh, don't get me wrong, I love I love video game OSTs too. Jesus, he's a fucking pincushion. Outer Wild. I have Outer Wilds. I have Outer Wilds on my Steam. I even think I have it installed in this computer. I'm about to get hit by his axe. I literally just haven't picked it up because every time I pick it up, I'm like, oh, this is a game that requires a lot of commitment, a lot of time. And I keep telling myself I gotta be working on the video, you know what I mean? I pushed dodge. That's not fair. Excuse me, guys. If you just let me... There we go. See, that's the secret, is that I'm actually not very good at this game. Even though I play it a lot. You just use summons, you'll be fine. See, when they're focusing the other person, that's when you hit. You don't have to wait for an opening. He just one-shot my marionettes! Oh my goodness. Hey! Hey. I definitely don't have enough health to be doing this. I throw my stick. Yep, I throw my stick again. Okay, that wasn't really a fair trade, but you know what? Fuck it. See, this is why I needed all of those seeds. Oh my god. Sir, please, just let me get close. I think it's kind of cool how he has this like ground slam because that's also what Hoarah does. Oh my god, Tunic. Sarah loves Tunic. I didn't get the last hit, I feel so weak. Yeah, everybody says... yeah. I can't... Whenever I get a game like Elden Ring, any of the Dark Souls, Skyrim, Oblivion, you know, something like that. Whenever I have one of those games, I can't go in blind. I have to have like a Wikipedia page open next to me. But like in my mind, that's a part of the fun. I know people are like, dude, you're like cheating, or oh, you're looking stuff up. It's like, no. I like to Google. Please let me Google. Sarah does have good taste in comfy games in particular. She really loves comfy games or cozy games. It's like a genre. And she's like super plugged into the whole community. 17 hours to finish Outer Wilds. Okay, but like so normally when I get like one of those open world games, like as soon as I get to be free, I don't do any of the story. Like I always do the story absolute last after I finished all the side quests. You know? So is it 17 hours just to do the main story? Because what about all the side stuff? I've heard Stardew Valley is complicated. There is actually a game that I've been playing, and I went in blind, and more importantly, I hate myself for it, and that is Oxygen Not Included. I've been playing Oxygen Not Included, and that game hates you, and it wants you to know that. That is a game that does not want you to have any fun. And just, oh my god. For the spring sale, I think I told you guys this already, but for the spring sale I got all the DLCs for Oxygen Not Included, and so I picked it up again and I've been playing it. And oh my god. It's just so complicated. It's a style. Well, that's the thing is like I have Satisfactory and I fucking loved Satisfactory. But like when I was playing Satisfactory, I never really got to a point where like my batteries were dead, if you know what I mean. You know, like I was never starved for resources, I was never starved for power or anything like that. But for some reason, playing Oxygen Not Included, I never get that timing right either. It's just, god damn, there's so many little things you have to be aware of. It's so difficult. Physical batteries, like actually being out of power. You know, like the batteries are always full, and I could basically use them to like smooth out power spikes, right? When like everything was on at the same time. Yeah, but like for Oxygen Not Included, it's like it's such a different game. Oh, hi, Angelus. Yeah, welcome. Glad to have you. Let's see here. Crimson Tears 8. Okay, so let's see. There are 1, 2, 3 churches that will get me from... Wait, I need 4. There's a church that I've missed somewhere. I don't think this church has any Sacred Tears. Let's see. Oh. Ah ha 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 ha. Eleanor's Pole Blade. That's the one I'm missing. Okay, we'll go here. Yeah, like the other night, I just left Oxygen Not Included open all night long. 1, just to see if my guys could stay alive, but 2, because the research was taking so fucking long. Echoes of the Eye DLC. Is that for Outer Wilds? Is that why I don't know it? Is that why I have no idea what's going on? Yes, this way. Gotcha. Okay, see, I don't know that I have all the DLC for Outer Wilds. I just know that I got it on a sale. You know how it is. Like, whenever there's a spring sale and like a $60 game is like $10, you're like, okay, I'm gonna fucking go for it. Just why not? I'll get around to it eventually. Oh my god. I completely forgot. Did you guys see the Nintendo Direct? Just like a 1 in the chat if you did. You don't have to like tell me everything. The Greatest Showman? Not for me. I can definitely get why a lot of people like it, but it's just not for me. Okay, hold on. The console is $500, and each of the games are $80? Is that right? I don't watch the directs live. I used to, and then they just let me down. So now I watch the recaps and I watch the trailers on their own. You know, so like I saw the Kirby Air Ride trailer, I saw the Donkey Kong trailer, I saw the Mario Kart trailer, saw the new FromSoft game that I'm kind of lukewarm on. I'm stuck with the Psycho. $80 digital, $90 physical. Oh yeah, Silksong. I know that everybody's going crazy over Silksong. I'm not big on fuck, help me, what's that game called? Oh my god. Hollow Knight? No. Yes? No. I did see the dinosaur. I thought the dinosaur was cool for the FromSoft game. Hollow Knight, yeah. Yeah, and then I know that Deltarune's coming up. Fucking complicated history with fucking, I almost said Elden Ring, Undertale, and Deltarune. It's just like whenever one of those games comes out and it becomes like the new big thing. One, right? Cool. I'm very happy for you. I'm glad that you're having fun. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Genuinely, that's great. I'm genuinely happy for you. But that becomes the only thing that anybody wants to talk to me about for the next 3 years. You know? And then it's kind of like what we were talking about with Cynthia Erivo doing the Idina Menzel stuff. It's like there's no way to make the right call. You know, no matter what I say, I'm not talking about it right. I'm not getting it. You know, I'm not playing the game right. Like it's always a fucking thing. Aha! Get poked! Get poked again. Oh my god, why do we do so much damage? Is he weak to being poked? Oh my god, are we like invading his bubble? Hey, are you stuck? Oh god. Camera! I was locked on, sir. Fuck is going on? The dog's just jumping and not. Fuck is going on? Hey! Ow. Oh, he was dodging all the arrows. Okay, okay, that's what was going on. I will never forget the fucking other Dark Souls games where, as you dealt damage to the dog started limping. Oh my god, I've never felt so guilty in the middle of a fight. Ever. Alright, Pomalama, sleep well. Oh, I want to spend these runes. Yeah, Sif. Yup, that was it. That's the one that got me. That actually works really well. Okay, we are going to kill Goober, and then we're gonna leave. F in chat for Sif. Yeah. Sad, but true. I will say this, though. Having the turtle talisman and the turtle shell. Hey! An absolute godsend, because this weapon uses a lot of stamina. Sorry, I'm really focusing on the platforming here. I don't want to fuck up. Hi, Marquim. How you doing? Any tips for making Locrian more as a key center? So the thing is about Locrian, and that's a fascinating question, believe it or not. So if you look at the other modes of the diatonic scale, right? So Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, sorry, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, and not Locrian, the others, right? He just watched that happen. You'll find that they have a perfect fifth between the first and fifth scale degrees, right? And, you know, there's all kinds of theory and processes to perfect fifths and how important perfect fifths are to be like a grounding force, especially in diatonic and tonal music. And so Locrian is the only mode of the major scale that does not have that perfect fifth. So what happens is when you descend the Locrian mode, it feels like you're stopping on a leading tone, and so it doesn't sound very stable. And so that's why. That's why it's so hard to tonicize Locrian. So if you are purposefully going for that like unstable feeling, it'll work. But if you're trying to go for something that's gonna like have moments of rest basically, or cadence, you're gonna really suffer. Because the other thing is, oh jeez, is if you ever like resolve to the 5, you run the risk of making it sound Lydian. Because people will just hear that F. That F will have a the 4th scale degree will have a contextual 5th in the 2nd scale degree, and that will feel grounding. So yeah, it's like the whole thing will just sound really lopsided. That's kind of like the point. I hope that helps. Sorry. Uni schedules suck ass? Absolutely. Fucking tell me about it. I had one semester in my undergraduate where my day literally went from 8 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. And I had to walk like a couple miles to class. It was fucking awful. I remember those Wednesdays. I remember those Wednesdays very well. Spring break is shorter because Easter is late. Oh, is Easter late? I had no idea. trying to think what to do. Yeah, let's go to the Hell Cave. Easter's on 420. Look at that, it is. Sorry, I just looked at my calendar. Yeah, I'm not big on like holidays in general. Like the only real reason I know that like the holidays changes because stuff at the supermarket changes. Sorry. Oh god. Sorry, you got me thinking about trying to tonicize Locrian, and I'm like, you could do some like stuff with the like the augmented or the gap scale. But really, I would do like a Locrian Sharp 5 kind of thing just to get that tonicization. But if you do that, it's going to start sounding more Phrygian because it is basically just Phrygian at that point. So fuck man, maybe writing something in Phrygian would help you, you know? Like natural minor flat 2. It's the flat 5. It's the flat 5 that really throws you off. Not you in particular, but just throws one off when writing in Locrian. So if you're good moving to Phrygian, that'll work, and it'll still have that dark sound. Yeah, because if you don't do that, you're really venturing into like fully atonal, just straight. No! Yeah. Yeah, you could do that. You could also throw in oh fuck, where am I? God damn it. You could also throw in some symmetrical scales that might get you the sound you're looking for. So again, whole tone, octatonic. Yeah, gapped maybe. Oh, thank you, Guardian. I appreciate it. Sometimes, man, sometimes the parkour in this game. I tell you. That's the thing is, like, I commit to the scimitars, which this class starts with, right? But if you're dual wielding, you need double all the upgrade materials, and like once you have all the bell bearings, it's not a big deal. But when you're like where I am, where you have to like beat another boss or two before you can get to the snowfield, and then even then to go to Farm Azula to beat the Godskin duo and get the last bell bearing, it's so much easier to just like commit to one weapon that you can upgrade once with just smithing stones that are on the ground. And I mean, if you can find a weapon that you like that's somber, that's even better, because you can max that out in fucking no time. So yeah, I'm just sticking to the Lucerne. I know there's like the Tree Spear, which I think is technically a better dex weapon, but it's not that big of a deal for me. Okay. Second, first, same as the first. Ha ha! We did it! Okay, now we need whatever armor gives us the most immunity. That gives us more. That gives us more. Alright, this is my ass-kicking outfit. Huge falling off a cliff while talking about how to tonicize Locrian. Yeah, well. It's not my fault Locrian is the way that it is, okay? Okay, we did not get poisoned. That's brilliant. Okay. I want to say hard part over, but there's a lot more dungeon. You know, it's like, of course they put the best rewards in the most unfun places, right? Like, it makes a lot of sense for the stuff that they have in here to be in here. But like, shit, man, the first couple times I tried to do this place, it sucked. Like, I vividly remember I ended up beating the bosses with Scarlet Rot ticking on me. Like, there's no other way. You specifically need Locrian. I mean, if that's the case, then I would emphasize the tritones in the base then. Specifically your 1st and 5th skill degree in Locrian. I'm gonna get pushed! Haha! No! Let me dodge. Okay, let's tap up. No! Could you please just... Thank you. Damn. Like pulling teeth. Okay, now you don't get to block, right? Hey! Did we do it? Shit, man, I don't know why I didn't do these marionette guys sooner. They're fucking awesome. Alright, that's all set. We have enough to level. Dude, it really is crazy damage. Like, I'm like, shit, this is not bad. Let's... Fuck it, let's go for it. Let's see if we can beat her. It should be easier for melee, maybe? Let's level. So I don't lose everything. Alright, let's just tune that up. Alright, okay, okay. Well, we unlocked the checkpoint, so we can get back easy at least. Needed to reset the app completely, yeah. I do that shit all the time. I've had problems where I'm like, why is my computer going so slow? Turns out I left a live stream open, but somehow ended up opening like multiple tabs of it, and they were all on mute, and I didn't know. I was like, oh, that's what was going on with my whole RAM. Hey, we made it through without getting hit. See, this is why we kill this guy first, because then when we want to come back, it's easier. Ooh, Uberman with a Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. A Ram Jam. I love it. I love it. Okay. We are one with the stick. All we need is the stick. We will now succeed with the stick. Whoa, Black Betty. Whoa, Black Betty. I just unplugged my headphones. Shit! Shit! I can't hear a thing. Oh my god. I unplugged my headphones like an idiot. Okay, we're gonna get the cutscene, and we're gonna need the cutscene, because I gotta plug my shit back in. Hey, if you could just take more damage for a second, please. I have shit to plug back in. Oh, run, 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 run. Okay. Oh, cool. They're not hitting me too hard. Oh, I did. I have a fucking great rune that I haven't equipped. I'm a... Ooh, not good. This is like, shit, I'm an idiot. Okay, where are the flying books? There we go. Alright, one more. I still can't hear anything, my headphones. Hold on. Oh my god, why? Why? Where are you? Hey! Oh, thank you, Uberman. I really appreciate that. Hold on, I'm looking for somebody in a bubble. Does anybody... There we go. Always tell where they are because the book's flying at your face. Okay, now. Yo, yeet! Okay. Uh-huh. Damn it, I fucking missed. No! Yeah! Okay, we're gonna dodge around until the cutscene triggers. Oh my god, okay, headphone! I am doing multiple builds. I have a strength build that is Unga Bunga. I have a dragon build that's arcane. I have my hepatitis build where I have 2 weapons, but they do poison, scarlet rot, bleed, and frostbite. And then this one's my dex build. Ow! Rude. Okay, it takes a little minute for those to fucking home in. It takes a little minute for that. How dare you attack my marionettes, ma'am? Oh, it spins. Look at me. I got a spinny stick. Uh-oh. See, now the real fight starts. Uh-oh. Ma'am, please. Damn it! God. And I dropped my controller. We are on the struggle bus today, fellas. And I unplugged my headphones again. What the fuck is going on here? Ugh. Agony indeed. Almost. I died to the pinwheel of Elden Ring? Yeah. I did. Oh, okay, we're back. Cool. I still have that Baby No Money song stuck in my head. Where he sampled Lowrider. Was it Check? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Low, low, low. Sing Lowrider. Do, do, do. Low, low, low. In the little rider. Do, do, do. Da 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 da. Ch, da 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 da. Ch, da da. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba. I like how they even got the rivets on it. Like, they got a lot of it together. Damn. Okay. This time we're gonna not be stupid. Watch as I be fucking stupid. I'm convinced that like the first time around, like once you get her to half health, then these little fuckers move to like the outside. Not on stream Eterna, just because that can have like copyright issues, you know. I mean, you'd have to like send it to me on Twitter, maybe. I can't promise that I'll get to it. You know what I mean? I'm plugging my headphones. My computer's lagging. I dropped my controller. Fuck. There we go. Don't you throw a book at me. Hey, there's the last one right there. Will Discord work? Yeah, you can send to put it on my Discord. Sarah is a mod, so she should be able to get it to me. Hopefully. Do I compose and publish? I compose, I do not publish. Come on, poke! Yay! Damn it! Hey, don't hit me! I'm summoning. It's base. Oh! Yeah, I know Twitter's got all kinds of Nazis and stuff. I've been doing a lot of Blue Sky. You could try and send it to me on Blue Sky. Don't you have to summon now? She has 0 poise, dude. Is wild. Hey. Nope, nope, nope. We're gonna heal up. Oh, I was worried that was a dragon. This we could do. Hey. Nice! We got it. Yeah, kid throwing the book at me, just like, no, screw you. Like, what did I do? Ugh. Okay, now we gotta kill Radahn, but we also can go to the capital. Let's see, what's there? If we kill Radahn, we could do like a shit ton of leveling. Possibly. Don't want any of the stuff you have. Let's just level. See, if we do Radahn, and then we can go into Siofra, however the hell you pronounce that. Then... oh, we can do the ants. I'm sorry, I'm just sitting here thinking out loud. The ants have a shit ton of leveling. I do a Blue Sky has 7 posts. Hey! It's more than I have on Twitter in the last couple months now, I think. Yeah, no, Cat's doing great. Yeah, no complaining. Popsicle likes to grab things in the sink and just leave them around the house for us. And then if Ice Cream sees Popsicle somewhere that she likes to lay down, even if she's not laying down there and doesn't want to lay down there right now, she gets upset. You're still on Tumblr? Yeah. I've never been on Tumblr. I've never done Tumblr. Sarah's explained Tumblr to me, but I don't know. I just missed it. Yep, our cats are Ice Cream and Popsicle.
Now, the way ahead is
I love how the fucking werewolf's name is Blade. It's so fucking edgy. The cats are still trying to eat each other's food. Popsicle will, if so we have to lock them in separate rooms to eat. When they're done eating, Popsicle will sprint to Ice Cream's bowl. And when he sees that there's no food, he'll start to cry. And then if you give him a couple of minutes, he'll start licking the bowl, the empty bowl. Like, that's how food motivated he is. So we have to figure out what we're going to do in the long run, or the long term, with those two, because it's turning into a little bit of a problem. I'm sure we'll figure something out, though. All right. Blythe. Oh, okay. Yeah, like it's Shadow and not Skidoo for the fragments in the DLC. Oh, I don't stream super often. Like maybe once or twice a week. You know. It's Welsh for wolf, is it really? Huh. I had no idea. Okay, so fun fact about me, I always really struggle against this boss. So, get ready to laugh at me. This is about to be really funny and it's going to make me feel bad. Woohoo! Nope. Huh. Okay, one more. Oh no, fuck this one. We're not in full panic mode, don't worry. Everything's okay. See, now we're in full panic mode. No, that's the healer. I want to get her up. Well, that wasn't worth it. Sir, please, sir, if you could just... Okay, see, that is so not Raven. Why does he have so much health? Damn it! He is on a horse. Yeah, he's on a very small horse. That's kind of the joke. It might just be easier to go to the fucking capital. I know that everyone's like, "Oh, this boss is so easy," but he doesn't work with my brain. I don't know what to say. Ugh. Let's see how we fare against the horse, and then we'll go from there. You remember the moveset from the DLC? Yeah, that fight took me days, dude. Days. Days and countless respecking. Holy shit, hardest boss fight. I still haven't gone back and done it a second time. Like, that's how hard that fight was for me. Hey, Sarah's home. Hi, how's your shot? Yeah? You didn't code? You didn't faint?
Almost faint one time.
So Sarah goes in for weekly allergy shots, and this one time she fainted, or almost.
Did not faint.
She didn't faint. She had a vasovaginal response.
He's so
Vasovagal response. Everybody says hi. It was a vasovagal response. Sarah just got like a little lightheaded while she was in the chair, but technically that's a coding, or not coding.
No, you're not. Oh, you're not.
So when Sarah comes, vasovagal. When Sarah comes home, the cats get treats, so they scream at her until they get fed.
The story goes that I get my allergy shot and I get little tiny hives, which is bad. You're not supposed to get hives when you get your shot. So they're like, okay, well you gotta come and we gotta give you like a Benadryl shot. They gave me a Benadryl shot and an epinephrine shot. But like boop boop, and I'm not good at getting shots, which is what the vasovagal is you get shots and then your body thinks you're dying, so it drops your blood pressure to try to like save your organs because it thinks you're dying. So then as I'm getting dizzy, they think that I'm like going into anaphylactic shock, and I'm like, no, this just happens when I get shots. I'm okay, I swear. So then I'm like lay on the floor, and then I finally feel better. So I like open my eyes. Some poor nurse is kneeling, holding my legs up because you want to raise your legs in case you're gonna faint. And they called like the urgent care people from like the other area of the office, and they're there, and they were like gonna call an ambulance. It was a whole fiasco, and then I got to stay for like 2 more hours so that they could watch me to make sure I didn't die. And so that was lovely and embarrassing. There's also a half day for the office, so I was the problem. It was great. Don't recommend. Very embarrassing.
Yeah, so Sarah didn't code, but she coded.
Did not.
Yeah. So you're still technically at work, right?
Yeah, I still work.
Okay.
But I'm doing it from home.
Alright, I'm gonna give this guy a shot, see how it goes. I promise nothing. This could go very, very bad. Okay, Mr. Horse Guy. Oh, this is gonna take forever. This wasn't a good move. Yeah. Perfect timing. Let's see. Yeah, aim for them. Does this do extra poise damage, or is it just me? I'm getting hit by everything. Everything he has done is making contact. Okay. No! What the fuck? Now I heal. Oh, good. You got both of my summons in one shot. No! Not even close. I'm carrying retaliation. Yeah, if you want to parry, which I don't because I'm not good. Oh my god, I just cracked my back real bad. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it there. Sarah just came home, so we're gonna have late lunch together. And I'm dying to everything. I can tell I'm getting really shaky. Yeah, the link is broken. I'll get a different one. I'll put it on my Blue Sky. That might be a good idea. Yeah, I gotta head out. I'm starting to get like dizzy and shaky. It's why everything. It's why everything is hitting me. Yeah, I gotta eat, especially before I take my meds, because then it gets, woof. Yeah, it's not a blood sugar thing. I have to take like a bunch of different medications for different things, and like some of them fuck up my metabolism a little bit, and so it's kind of like I gotta like eat at certain times, and it's stupid. Okay, all right. Thank you guys so much for tuning out, and the subs and the follows. I love you all. I appreciate it so much. Thank you all. If you have any other questions about music theory, feel free to send me something on like Blue Sky or Twitter or something like that. You could even email me. There's an email on the channel, and I'll get back to that. But yeah, okay, love you. Bye.